All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do the last issue of The Defenders of Volume 2, issue number 12. This concludes, and not wrapping up the story, spoiler. This is a double size. Back in the day, it cost $3.50, which is laughable now because comics nowadays is now, what, $4 till $6, $5, $6, $7, or even higher in some cases. You know, I saw some Marvel comics from that begins at $10, which is crazy. Yeah. So yeah, let's talk about it. it's not good. All right. So the curse is still going, and the defenders are still being, yoinked away from their homes or whatever they are doing to, go on missions. And this particular scene, drawn by Erik Larsen, who's the writer, by the way? Is it Busiek? Chrysolopoulos? Story and art. Right off the bat, this is a complete waste of pages. So there's no sound in this particular part. It's getting changed a little bit later. But this particular story, there's two stories here. And so this is all jokes. All jokes with some action, right? Because, oh yeah, he has pants now and it's clown pants. But they cannot hear each other and there's no sound in here, so they have to communicate in different ways. Now, all this is just, you can say, well, Maris, this is visual storytelling, right? Well, yeah, to a certain degree, but there's also a lot of wasted pages, and that's why you pay, at that time, $3.50. I paid $3.50, which... yeah, okay, let's move on. And then we have a wasted page. Now look at this. So Namor is flying. There's nothing going on here. So we have the Silver Surfer flying, which is nothing going on here. We have Doctor Strange flying. There's nothing going on here. And then we have probably the biggest sin in comics ever, because I never, ever like this. When repeating panels with nothing in it, not even barely a dialogue, and then, oh no, we have a different panel, but we wasted a lot of panel, and somehow the creator, in this case, Erik Larsen, thinks, hey, let's do this because it's funny and goofy. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Then he is getting attacked by stone monsters, and then instead of, diving in and destroying these stone monsters, he's just shouting at Namor because he needs help or something. Since when does the Hulk need help? So he's throwing rocks at Namor, and that is basically a running joke in this particular scene here. Namor says that the Hulk is in danger. He's not in danger. So, and then the rest of the defenders comes in helping the Hulk, right? And then action, ads. And then, oh no, funny stuff, because he's now been hit again, and then again, and he sees that the Hulk does this, and then Namor comes in and, has some revenge on the Hulk. Hulk turns around, he's just, oh, who did this? I don't know. And he's laughing because he's a goof. Right? More pages of nothing. And then they did the job. And then he wants to get teleported away, but somehow, I don't know what he's doing, but nothing works. And and then the Hulk crushes accidentally a little man that probably did all this, and now everything is back in color. And Hulk is crying. He showed this to Doctor Strange that, it's little guy's been turned to dust and then being teleported away, and that's the fucking story. Yeah, it's trash. But then we have some fantastic arts by none other than Ivan Reis, that you probably heard of. He did Batman, a lot of Green Lantern stuff, and now he's doing Hyde Street from Image Comics, which I have here lying around, and it seems that it's pretty great. Art of Ivan Reis, I always love this art. It looks fantastic. This basically continues the story and wrapping up the curse. Well, it's not really wrapping up, but I'm going to tell you about it. So, yeah. There is a throwaway villain called the Chronarch, and he has a device that teleports dinosaurs into modern day, and the defenders are here to stop them. And we have the Valkyrie try to, kill the monsters, but then Strange uses the shield, the seraphim, almost breaking the neck of her steeds. And Strange says, no, we do not. We don't harm them because of time, and otherwise it would be bad because you change the past or something, because they cannot be dead or even a bacteria, although they are just running around in modern day. There's a lot of bacteria flowing around. And then of course Hellcat does what she's always doing in when she's near the Hulk. She says, hey, that Chronarch guy, she says he's the strongest ever. And of course that triggers the Hulk and attacks Chronarch. Chronarch is just scared little guy. Nighthawk, who's probably the most useless guy in this whole Defenders here in this iteration, gets the device, and the other Defenders like Silver Surfer, Namor, Hulk, Strange is acting very erratic. He says, "Give me before you break it." Also, going back to the Seraphim stuff, with the shields, and even Valkyrie acknowledged it. It says, Aragorn and I are uninjured as well. Thank you for expressing such concern, which is not the case because that was, sarcastic. All right, so he is using the power cosmic to reverse the whole thing. Everybody's get back to normal, and so this major villain is not only a bumbling buffoon. He is also, oh no, I'm a janitor, and the tech guys just open up a portal, but then they are being gobbled up by the dinosaurs, and he's just, taking the tech thing to, I don't know, gain power. I don't know. How did you get the suit? What is the suit made for? All right. So the four of them says, hey, let's go to my place, says Doctor Strange, and we're gonna figure out what's going on. And the other ones notice that they are, being more, weirder than ever, right? So, of course, they are arguing because they are, I don't know, they cannot go, be on the same page ever. So the women are going, or the girls, women, I'm not sure, they're going to shopping. So Kyle here says, hey, I'm bringing Papa Hack. And, his spiritual advisor was also a magician. And, of course, Doctor Strange doesn't like that. He said, you bring in uninvited guests through my guards? I thought you'd be more respectful than Kyle Richmond. And, of course, he's being booted out, although this little guy wants to help. And he says, hey, that was a hospital. I have no shield in the place against any further unrecognized intruders. If you provoke me, that provision will extend to yourself and, of course, the women. But then, Cal is now being a little bit fed up. He says, hello. Why you talk like that? Hello. Were you even listening? Dude, you are not 16 years old. He was here to help you to break the curse. The one you have been about bitching around and trying to find a way about for months. The one that put you at the mercy of any threat to the planet that draws the power of the mother goddess Gaea. Is that how you say it? And he says, what? Gaea, said Be Silent, Nighthawk. You have raised a point I had not considered. So basically they are saying, hey, let's go to Gaea and, have her break our curse. He says, no, that's not a good idea. He has some kind of a teleportation ring, Kyle. And he's basically going after them. Right, so they're going to Gaea's place, wherever that is. It's some kind of, I don't know, mystical place, magical place. So they're coming here, and she says, oh, how lovely. Did you bring me tributes? So Strange says, hey, we are your defenders, and we helped you in the past, right? Can you just get rid of the curse, basically? And she says, well, it's a pretty speech, little wizard, and correct. I do have the power, but why would I use it? And then, of course, Kyle, stumbling fool that he is, excuse me. Dude, stop being so gay. If you don't mind a mere little friend putting in, my pals are probably too modest and unselfish to point out that they are serve you faithfully, save your planet time and time again, and it's really messing up their lives. So if you please, Gaea, God, please. fucking weakling. Nice visuals. And she says, no, I'm not going to do that. She says, Jan, no, I'm well aware of what's happening, but I'm not going to change anything. Of course, they don't like that, and they say, hey, let's, attack this goddess, right? But she sits there, and Cal is in total panic because of the retaliation, probably, and you can see here Namor's punching a boob. But yeah, she says, well, that's interesting. And she just do a wave, and they are being flown away or waved away. And she says, you have disturbed my pets and upset the tranquility of my home. So hear this, mortal beings, and hear it well. For these are the words of Gaea, of George, and of Edith. They are the words of the Great Mother, and they will not be gainsaid. I do not wish to converse with you further until I have need of you. Begone. And Cal is basically afraid that they are being destroyed. But all right, so he's going after them with the teleportation ring. And it seems that here in the Himalayas, they are come together and they are saying, hey, are we agreed then? We agree, Dr. Strange. We will tolerate the state of affairs no longer. We must do what must be done. So, all right. So what does that mean? Well, it means that this story continues in another book called The Order. Not confused with, this is the book that I have or may not have, but not confusing with, sorry for the light. Not confused with, dude, really? Come on. Well, that doesn't make any sense, but there's a book called The Order that you barely can see because of the heavy light. And it has nothing to do. So it goes into disorder, and it was a complete waste of my time and my money. So we first have this worthless story here because of funny guys, and then we have a worthless villain, and then they go to Gaea or whatever, and it says, yeah, you want to know how it ends? By the book, by The Order. And there's a 6-issue miniseries because I looked it up. No, this is crap. I mean, guys, this Defenders book, remember there was also now that I remember it, there was a scene in one of these books when a woman opened the door and there was something with a gun shooting those people. What happened to that storyline? It was completely gone. You're never going to hear about it because I thought, okay, maybe it's going to wrap up in this Defenders because it's just now the second time that I read it. The first one when I bought it, I don't know, 30 years ago or 25 years ago. How old is the book? Let me check. 2002. So yeah, that's more than 20 years ago. I don't remember that. But I remember when I reviewed it that there was this guy with a gun. That's gone. The whole story is gone. Guys, forget this. Don't buy this. The only thing that you need from the Defenders are the original ones. These are the books. The volume ones is the books that you want. These are fantastic. These are good. These are gritty. These are dark. Have cool stories. None of that, jokey shit that you are seeing now from Marvel, nowadays. It's bad. Not good. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think about it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm doing daily videos. And I'm going to make a comic book that I'm going to show you pretty soon. Thank you so much for watching again. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.